Hi guys, another quick little 5-minute video about bots and why I love them, at least this particular method using a bot, which I learned from Dan Holling's The Plan. I highly recommend getting in there if you can. It's been making me money since the day I started doing it. Now, I've had a few people say that why do I show the demo bots in my mix of stuff down here? I've decided to stop that because people were getting confused. It was previously a mix of my invested bots and demo bots that I was watching. I thought that would give everyone a bit more detail, more numbers to look at and sift through, but people just seem to want to see the ones I'm invested in. So a lot less to look at here, but there you go. These are the ones I've actually got real money on. And this particular video is about how even when everything goes wrong, price-wise, I'm still showing profits. So what you've got here is a bunch of bots that were all started at the same time about 18 and a half odd days ago. I got in when the price was here, and in all these cases here, the price has then gone down for these three. These three that have all green numbers down here. Oh yeah, one of them's gone up, sorry. But we'll take these two, for instance, where they started at one price. Currently, the price is lower. If I sold and got out of that coin right now, I would realize a loss. Same with this one. But under normal circumstances, I would realize a loss. I would realize a loss on the underlying value of the coin. But because it has wiggled its way to profits and cash all the way along, my net position is that for this one, for instance, or this one we're looking at, it's generated $318 in cash that's sitting in my crypto wallet for me to do with what I want. So the amount of cash that I've generated outweighs the loss I would make on the coins if I sold right now. So if I got out of this position and looked at the profit I'd made from the bots and the profit or loss that I made from buying and selling the coins, I would still be ahead by 7.63%. So the profit that I've got here outweighs the loss of selling the underlying profit, not the underlying coin at a loss. And the same thing with the doc. Bought it in here. If I sold right now, if this was just a hodl strategy, or I bought it here and then sold it here, naturally you just make a loss on the coin. But because it's been jiggling away, making little bits of profit for me every day, the last 18 days, it's made $310 in profit. If I sold that right now, I'd still be in a net position in profit of 1.6%. Now, that's not much. Now, obviously, what that means is over the time of these three, plus this one that only started the other day, it's generated $1,085 in cash that's currently sitting in my crypto wallet for me to do with what I want. I can take it out and pay bills. I can reinvest it, which is normally what I do at this point. This one is a great example. It hasn't been going very long. The shorter you have something, the more likely chance you'll end up in the red. The other thing is I've just thrown in a small amount of money in this at the moment. It seems to be wiggling quite well, but that still generates me only a small amount. So it doesn't seem to be pushing enough profit through to counteract the reduction in the underlying asset. But in all cases, if I just don't sell the coin, if I just hang on to it, then I haven't lost any money. I'm not realizing any loss. So my thoughts on this one is that it had been sort of generally hanging around in this range most of its time over, for this year kind of thing, from when it finally went up here. It tends to spend most of its time in here. So that's going to be my expectation going forward. It's down here at the moment, but what I'm hoping is I don't need it to go back up. It can hover down here for the rest of the time I'm holding it, because it's going to keep, as long as it's sort of just going up and down in this little range, it's going to keep generating me cash. And already, based on if the price hangs around there, I'm already in profit. Every day this is going to go up, and if the price is just sort of hanging around here, well, this is just going to go up as well. This is why it's unlocking the cash profit that you might get from a sale in the future. It unlocks it and you get it now. And I'd much prefer to have cash flow and money now for me to be able to do with what I want, including reinvesting and starting another bot. And so it compounds and compounds and compounds. The longer you hold it, the better chance it has, or the more money it generates, that the underlying asset price movement becomes less important. So that's why this shorty one with not enough money on it is still in the red at the moment. Anyway, that's how, when everything goes wrong and all the prices move against you, you can still be making money with this method of doing a bot, which I learned from The Plan. See ya.